Welcome to Music for Grade 6. Today we are going to learn about creating and composing music under the substrand rhythm. Under substrand rhythm. Welcome to our lesson. Under this subtopic or substrand that we are learning, we will look at different types of musical notes and their symbols. Now let's start from the semi-breve. Semi-breve is the highest note where it has the 4 beats or 4 counts. The semi-breve has longest duration compared to minim, crotchet and quiver. It contains 4 counts or 4 beats, as I have said earlier. The small round circle is called note head. Its French rhythm note name is, it has 4 counts, so we see ta, we can also clap ta. So its symbols, it look like are just a small circle. Remember, when you say, for example, if you have 2 minims form one semi-breve, and if you add crotchet, 4 crotchet, the first crotchet, 2, 3, 4, this will form the semi-breve. As we said, semi-breve has 4 counts or it has 4 beats. Minim is half the duration of the semi-breve. This means that it's like you divide a semi-breve into 2, so you get a minim. It has 2 counts or 2 beats. This means that the minim is half the value of the semi-breve. Minim has a note head, which is unshaded, and the stem. Its French rhythm, it has 2 beats, so you will say ta, ta. The symbols is minim is, as I have said earlier, it has a stem and has the note head that is not shaded. So we say one minim plus another minim, you form a semi-breve. Remember, the semi-breve is the highest note. Then when you look at examples here, we have named the parts of the minim. It has the stem, upper, which is long, and it has also note head, which is, it look like a circle. Crotchet. Crotchet has only 1 count or 1 beat. 4 crotchet are equivalent or are equal to 1 semi-breve. It has a stem and shaded not head. Its French rhythm is only just ta, ta. You just clap once to get 1 beat. Remember, in minim you clap 1, but you prolong to be 2 beats. Then in semi-breve you clap once, then you prolong to be 4 beats. Now if you add 4 crochets, you'll get 1 minim. If you add 2 crochet, you will get minim. If you add 4 crochet, you will get semi-breve. This is the part of the crotchet. It has stem and it has note head, which is shaded. Quiver. Quiver has half count or half beat of a crotchet. 1 crotchet has 2 halves a crotchet. So one crotchet has 2 quivers or a pair of quivers. When you look at this, the down here, The symbols, the French rhythm of 2 quavers is you only clap once. You say tate, tate. That's just the beats of the quiver. So 2 quavers form a crochet. So 8 quavers will form a semibreve. Then 4 quavers will form a minim. So look at the parts of quiver. It has tail. Sorry, it has tail or flag. It also have stem, and it also have knot head. Both are shaded, also shaded. When you look at the flag or the tail is shaded. When you look at the knot head is also shaded. This is called a quiver. It's called quiver. Dotted minim. The dot is written after the minim is a half the value of the minim. Half of minim is a crochet, so it will form a crochet. The dot added after minim increase the duration of the minim by 1 count. The dot added after minim is equivalent to 1 crochet, which is worthy 1 count. The values of dot placed after minim is therefore a crochet. A dotted minim contains 3 crochets. Therefore, a dotted minim has 3 counts or 3 beats. Dotted minim is 3 counts or 3 beats, as I've said. The French rhythm. Now, remember we have said the dotted is the dotted minim. Minim itself has 2 beats, 2 crochet. Now, the first French rhythm is for minim is I will clap. You say ta ta. That is the French rhythm for minim. Then the French rhythm for a crochet is ta ta. You just clap once. Now the French rhythm name for dotted minim, it has 3 counts. So now I clap once, then I prolong. Ta 3. You just count 3. Ta 3. Those are the 3 counts. Now you can see one minim plus 1 crochet. It will give us a dotted minim, because this dot represent a half of the knot that is. Now this dot is representing the crochet. Now you say 3 crochets form a dotted minim. So you count 1, 2, 3. Then you add, you get a minim. You get 3. You can get 3 crochet. Then 3 crochet will form the dotted minim. So you can see we want to clap this bit. So we say ta ta. This will form the minim, dotted minim. So if I clap 3, I also get the dotted minim. When you look at down here, we have some examples. You try to clap them as I go along. Musical notes and their rest. Now we want to look at the rest. Different rest according to the notes. So we look at this as we progress. The symbols of the crochet rest is written as it's shown here down. You can see this is the symbols. So look at the different symbols of the notes. You can see the symbols of minim rest is a small shaded rectangle that sits on a line. This is the symbols of these 2 notes, which is crochet and the minim. Crochet and The period silence in music is called rest. Every music note has the corresponding rest. Each rest has the same duration of the silence as the corresponding music. Notes tell us to make sound, while rest tell us to be silent for a given duration of time. Semi-brief tell us to make sound for 4 counts. Semi-brief make us to be silent for 4 beats. Then minim tell us also to make the sounds for 2 counts. In rest, minim make us to be silent for 2 counts. Crotchet tell us to make sounds for 1 count, but while crotchet make us to be silent for 1 beat or for 1 count, the quiver tell us to make the sound for a half count. Quiver make us to be silent for a half count. These are how they are. Now we look at the musical notes. Semi-brief, the rest, it has 4 counts. It can have 4 counts for silence. So as you play, minim, it has 3. Dotted minim has 3 counts or 3 beats. Then minim has 2 count or 2 beats. The crotchet, it has 1 beat, 1 silence beat. Then quiver has half count or half beat.